math sessions with Mr. M, and tonight we are going to do grade 9, and I'm going to show you on how you are going to find the unknown side of a triangle using the Pythagoras Theorem. So there are few things that I want to introduce to you before you can go about attacking and applying the Pythagoras Theorem, because a Pythagoras Theorem is taken out of the Cartesian plane, what we call a Cartesian plane, and some of you do not know it. So I'm going to introduce you this one. So because a Cartesian plane are two lines, there's a line that is vertical and the line that is horizontal. They intersect at a 0 point. So these are two lines that I'm introducing to you. So we call these lines and we label them, the horizontal line as the x-axis, and we label the vertical line as the y-axis. So basically now a Cartesian plane, now it gives us this triangle that we want out of for using the Pythagoras theorem. Now first thing that we do, we duplicate the y-axis, the line of the y-axis, we duplicate it to the left hand side, one line, opposite line, and we duplicate another line on the right hand side. There's our another y line. So we basically we have two y lines on the either side of the line y-axis cutting at 0 in the x-axis. So this line, you draw another line from the opposite side, from the duplicated side on the left, all the way cutting through 0 to the bottom side of the other line duplicated on the right hand side. The same thing from the top side of that one, cutting at 0, going to the bottom of the line that is duplicated on the left. So you see now, we have these shapes. So these shapes are triangles, which are 4 triangles, because here we have 90 degrees, we have here 90 degrees, we have here 90 degrees, we have here 90 degrees. So we know very well that this is our x-axis, because our vertical line is x, and that is x, and that is x, and that is x. Our vertical line is y, and that is y, is y, and that is y. So we basically now we see where this comes from now, the x and the y's, and the r's, they come after that, because the sloping side, we called it the opposite, the hypotenuse side according to trigonometry, we call it an r. We name it an r. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 r. So we have 4 triangles taken out of the Cartesian plane, and we introduce them to you, and we say give us the unknown side, because in either way, even if they give you a triangle that is shaped like this, you know, according to the Cartesian plane, because in a Cartesian plane we have 4 quadrants. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So we basically know that, okay, when it looks like this, this is my x, this is my y, and this is my r, and that comes from the first quadrant of the Cartesian plane, and all of these other 3 ones. So you just identify these things, and the other ones, they look like this. This is our second quadrant, and that is our x, and that is our y, and that is our r. And the third quadrant, you know very well, when it looks like this, is taken from the third quadrant of the Cartesian plane, and that is my r, and that is my x, and that is my y. And when it looks like that, you know, okay, this is my 4th quadrant out of the Cartesian plane, and I have now my y here, I have my x here, I have my r there, and there's my 90 degrees right there. So basically you can see where my argument comes from, that this is where we take our formula, in fact, where we take out our theorem of Pythagoras, because Pythagoras theorem is r squared equals to x squared plus y squared, and we all know this theorem and easy to apply. So if you're asked out of a question and they say to you, okay, this is what we are giving you, students, we have this triangle right here, 90 degrees, it's a right angle triangle, and they say to you now, this is an unknown side, we call it an r, and there's a question mark, and we do not know this side, and this side is 6 meters, and this side is 8 meters. So basically I know when the shape looks like this, I know it's taken from the second quadrant of the Cartesian plane, and this is my x and this is my y. So this is what I have, and I take what I'm given and I substitute it into the Pythagoras Theorem. Therefore now, my substitution and my calculation goes as follows. I say r squared is equal to, which is my x is 8, and it's going to be 8 squared plus 6 squared, because 6 squared is my y. Now, and r squared is equal to 8 squared. 8 squared, you punch this one, you are going to get a 64. 64 plus 6 squared is 36. 6 times 6 is 36. And therefore, r squared is equal to 64 plus 36 is 100. Now, you have r squared equals to 100, not an r. We are asked to find the unknown side r. So we have to take away the square, which is the exponent of r, which is 2. We take it away by raising up now, introducing a square root, and take away the square, and you are left with an r is equal to the square root of 100. We basically know that it is a 10. So r becomes now 10 meters. R becomes 10 meters. And that is how easy it is to find the unknown side of a triangle when it comes to using the Pythagoras theorem. And that's all from me, Mr. M. Have a wonderful evening and a great night. God bless you. Bye-bye.